His guy gets forcefully teleported to another world, along with all of his classmates. Every student receives amazing and powerful skills from God, but when Haruka's turn comes, all the good skills are already gone. As a result, he is left with nothing but leftover trash skills. Now, in order to survive in this dangerous world, he must somehow protect himself from powerful monsters. But the real question is, can Haruka survive in this world using only his useless skills? The story begins with a group of goblins happily partying in the forest. Meanwhile, our main character Haruka is secretly watching them from behind a tree. Haruka quietly tries to leave the area, but suddenly he steps on a wooden branch. The goblins immediately hear the sound and notice him. Catch him! The moment Haruka hears that, he starts running for his life. While escaping, he makes a huge jump over a pit. However, the goblins fail to make the jump and fall directly into the hole. And the funniest part? Haruka was the one who dug that pit himself. Wow, looks like I managed to survive another day. After that, we see how Haruka ended up in this world in the first place. One day, Haruka was sitting alone in his classroom during lunch break while reading a novel. He explains, "As you can see, I'm a loner. A loner is someone who likes being alone. And the reason is simple. All of my classmates are complete idiots. These guys are always hanging around in groups. These girls never stop talking. That guy acts like a bodybuilder. And those people over there are always fooling around. There are lots of groups in this class, but I'm not a part of any of them." Suddenly, a huge magic circle appears inside the classroom. Everyone immediately panics. What the heck is this? However, Haruka instantly recognizes it. Wait a second. That's a summoning circle. It's exactly like the ones from the novels I always read. For a brief moment, he gets excited, but then he immediately calms down. Actually, these kind of stories usually turn out terrible. I don't want to become the main protagonist. Saying that, Haruka tries to leave the classroom. He attempts to open the door, but someone had shut it so tightly that even Daya couldn't break it open. Meanwhile, the magic circle keeps growing larger and larger. One by one, all the students begin getting teleported away. Seeing that, Haruka completely freaks out. In a desperate attempt to escape, he climbs into the ventilation duct above the room. Unfortunately, the magic circle reaches there as well. A moment later, flash! Haruka gets teleported. When he opens his eyes, he finds himself standing inside a completely white space. What the heck is this? I tried so hard to avoid this and still ended up here. Haruka looks around. Hello? Is anyone here? Maybe a god? A beautiful girl? A king? Just then, he notices an old man nearby who seems to be looking for someone. There you are, kid. The strange thing is that even though the old man is speaking a completely different language, Haruka can somehow understand every word. The old man explains that all of Haruka's classmates have already passed through this place. Then he quickly says, "Hurry up, kid. Before entering the next world, you need to choose a skill." Immediately, a giant skill board appears in front of Haruka. The board is filled with amazing abilities, but there is one huge problem. All the good skills have already been taken by his classmates. Only the leftover trash skills remain. Haruka stares at the board in disbelief. Are you kidding me? What is this garbage? Old man, are you joking? How am I supposed to survive with these useless skills? Hearing Haruka complain non-stop, the old man starts panicking. Without wasting any time, he dumps every remaining skill onto Haruka and immediately teleports him into the other world. A few moments later, Haruka finally arrives in a giant forest. So he really sent me here. I didn't even want to come. What am I supposed to do now? Just then, he notices a bag lying nearby. When he opens it, he finds villager clothes inside. Not only that, the bag also has unlimited storage capacity. Basically, it's like Doraemon's pocket. Although Haruka isn't very impressed, he still puts on the clothes. After that, he decides to check his status. Before he can do that, however, the system tells him to roll a dice first. Haruka rolls it. The result gives him 2 bonus points. Immediately, Haruka becomes suspicious. Wait. Does this mean -2? Thankfully, the system explains that it doesn't. The system then asks him which stats he wants to increase. After thinking for a moment, Haruka distributes the points and opens his status window. The moment he does, he discovers that his luck stat is already maxed out. Not only that, he has also received countless random skills along with 2 special loner skills. Because of those skills, he cannot form a party. He also cannot tame monsters or make pets. Haruka immediately realizes what that means. So even in another world, I'm still going to live alone. Looks like I'm going to die single here too. But then another thought crosses his mind. Wait a second. Where are all my classmates? They were teleported here too, right? After thinking about it for a moment, Haruka simply shrugs. Who cares? I can't make a party anyway. And it's not like I'm getting a girlfriend. Single life is the best. Now Haruka decides that finding a place to live is more important. He also needs food and water. After all, surviving comes first. Alright, it's finally time to build my own house. However, when he looks around, all he can see are trees. There are trees everywhere. If I sleep outside like this, a goblin might attack me in the middle of the night, and then I'll be finished. Suddenly, Haruka remembers something. Oh right, I have those contact lenses. He puts them on. The moment he does, everything becomes much clearer. Not only can he see better, but he can also view the status of objects around him. Using this ability, Haruka starts examining everything nearby. Soon, he discovers several mushrooms and stores them inside his bag. After that, he continues walking until he finds a river filled with crystal clear water. Haruka immediately drinks from it. Wow, this water tastes amazing. After drinking the water, Haruka notices a cave nearby. Seeing it, he immediately decides to check it out. I should be careful. What if there's a monster hiding inside? Fortunately, after looking around, he doesn't find any monsters. As a result, Haruka decides to use the cave as his temporary shelter. He takes out all of his camping equipment and starts setting everything up. Before going to sleep, he lights a fire. Not because he wants to stay warm, but because he doesn't want a goblin sneaking up on him while he's sleeping. I am so tired. Before going to bed, Haruka opens his status screen one more time. To his surprise, several of his skills have already leveled up. Not only that, he has also obtained fire magic and multiple monster detection skills. With these abilities, he can now locate different monsters nearby and hunt them to gain experience. After checking everything, Haruka finally falls asleep. The next morning, he wakes up and quickly checks his surroundings. Luckily, no monsters entered the cave during the night. It seems the lights and fire he prepared actually worked. However, there is still one problem. My stomach is completely empty. So Haruka cooks some of the mushrooms he collected earlier. After taking a bite, his eyes widen. Wow, these mushrooms are actually delicious. After finishing his meal, Haruka heads outside once again. He needs more food, and more importantly, he needs to make his shelter safer. After all, monsters are still the biggest threat in this world. While searching through the forest, Haruka suddenly notices two goblins nearby. The moment he sees them, he almost freezes. Holy crap, those things are actually terrifying. Using appraisal, Haruka checks their stats. Their numbers are surprisingly high. For a moment, he considers running away. But then he realizes something. If I want to survive in this world, I'll have to fight sooner or later. Taking a deep breath, Haruka enchants a wooden stick using magic and slowly approaches the goblins. The battle begins. Haruka swings his weapon and manages to take down the first goblin. The second goblin immediately charges at him. However, Haruka successfully dodges its attack and defeats that one as well. A little later, evening arrives. Haruka is standing beside the river, washing his hands. I won my first battle. Not bad. Feeling satisfied, he returns to his cave. While eating dinner, he examines the weapon that dropped from the goblins. Unfortunately, he has no idea how to use it. This thing is useless. I'd rather keep using my stick. After that, he opens his status screen. The moment he checks it, he notices something incredible. His level has increased to level 2. Not only that, all of his stats have improved dramatically. Because he used magic on his stick during battle, he even gains another new skill. The next day, Haruka is already tired of eating the same food. I want meat. I seriously want meat. He activates a support skill that increases his physical abilities and magical defense. Meanwhile, his appraisal skill continues leveling up as well. Because of that, whenever he looks at objects now, he starts noticing mysterious question marks appearing around them. What the heck is that? Whatever. Leaving the matter aside, Haruka heads outside to practice magic. But after walking for a while, he finds even more mushrooms. Mushrooms again? No thanks. I want meat. Where am I supposed to find some meat around here? Then he suddenly remembers why he came outside in the first place. Oh right, I was supposed to practice magic. Haruka uses his enhancement skill again. Immediately, his movement speed increases dramatically. His magic casting speed also becomes much faster. While running through the forest, he encounters two more goblins. This time, however, defeating them is incredibly easy. Nice. I can handle two goblins without any problem now. But fighting three at once might still be difficult. And as if the world wanted to prove him wrong, three goblins suddenly appear right in front of him. What amazing luck! Without hesitation, Haruka immediately hides and retreats. I'll deal with those idiots later. For now, I need more training. After returning to the cave, Haruka spends his time practicing magic non-stop. He also uses his crafting skills to create furniture and various useful items. As the days pass, his strength increases rapidly. Eventually, he becomes powerful enough to defeat goblins with a single attack. At the same time, he continues improving and decorating his cave to make sure no monsters can enter. One day, Haruka finally spots a rabbit. The moment he catches it, a huge smile appears on his face. Finally! Today, I am eating meat. However, just as he's celebrating, he suddenly senses someone approaching. Haruka quickly looks in that direction. To his surprise, the people approaching are actually some of his classmates. The same classmates who were transported to this world along with him. Unfortunately, Haruka has no interest in meeting them. Since he's an introvert, he immediately tries to leave without being noticed. But then he senses people approaching from another direction as well. When he looks carefully, he realizes that even more classmates are arriving. The girls, the athletes, the troublemakers. Almost everyone seems to be gathering in the same area. Haruka pauses for a moment. Maybe surviving in this world would be easier if I joined a group? I've known some of these people since childhood. For a brief second, he actually considers meeting them. But then he stops himself. Wait a minute. Right now, I'm completely free. I can live however I want. I don't have to listen to anyone. I don't have to follow anyone's orders. And someday, I'll conquer this entire world by myself. With that thought, Haruka turns around and leaves. I don't need anyone. I can survive on my own.